Yo. It's Tremonte and Friends Boxing. Welcome back. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to get right into it. Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda went down Saturday night. Terrific fight. One of, if not the most exciting fight that Shakur's been in. Shakur's been in some good fights. He was exciting versus Oscar Valdez. He's exciting versus Jamel Herring. But this one, because it feels like there was a lot riding on the fight as far as how he would fight Zepeda, who's a volume puncher. He throws a bunch of punches around. As I mentioned in my prediction, he fights one way. He doesn't have an alternative method if things aren't going his way. And it showed in the latter half of the fight. Zepeda started off, pardon my voice, Zepeda started off strong, but I think Shakur wasn't purposely trying to tire him out. I just think Shakur knew he's not going to be able to do this the whole fight. And his assessment was correct. Shakur was really sharp this fight. Really sharp, using that stick, that jab. He was throwing multiple combinations. He only moved when he really had to. But he was right there in the mix with Zepeda, throwing punches. That infamous clip of him getting clipped, I don't think he got clipped. I remember watching it, and I was like, he's just a little off balance. He out of position. It wasn't the punch that made him, like, I guess what people would see as like wobbled him. It was the punch coupled with he wasn't balanced when he was on the ropes. And it's funny because Crawford telling him to stay off the ropes, but he felt comfortable on the ropes. So Shakur showed out. It was practically a shutout. And the judges all scored it like 118, 110, if I'm not mistaken. I thought Zepeda won like 2 rounds, like 2 of the early rounds. Maybe like the second and third round. But Shakur put on a performance, so I wasn't mad that they gave him the majority of the rounds. He landed the cleaner shots. He was making Zepeda miss in the pocket. And he did what he said he was going to do. He stood right there toe-to-toe and fought. That's not how Shakur fights, though. You know, if you watch Shakur fight, he's going to stick and move. He's going to use distance. He's a master of distance and defense. He's a master. And I'm not going to compare him to anybody. I see the comparisons out there. He's his own fighter. Nobody at 135 can beat Shakur. Nobody. I don't think Tank beats him. Zepeda obviously didn't beat him. I don't know the up-and-comers like Schofield, Abdullah Mason at 135. They can't beat him. They can't beat him in my opinion. Not because they're not skilled or because they don't have the ability. It's just the IQ, man. Remember, Shakur's an Olympian. Shakur's an Olympian, man. A silver medalist. And being a silver medalist, that's not something that, you know, should be taken lightly. I think he's a silver medalist. He's a bronze medalist, silver medalist in the Olympics. He can't beat him, man. His IQ, his defense, his range, he knows too much. And when you're fighting somebody with that wealth of experience, as Zepeda seen, you could do everything possible. They're just going to find a way to beat you. And cleaner, more accurate punches matter in fights. Not just it's looking like you're doing something and you're not doing something. Because there are people at 135 who may have more punching power than Shakur. There may be people who might be faster. There's nobody who has better defense than him. There's nobody who's better at distance, gauging distance than him. And then there's nobody who has the ring generalship and the IQ that he has to beat him over 12 rounds. He was fighting in the 12th round. He could have just probably took it off. He was fighting in the 12th round. So he really don't get tired like that. So I was impressed, as is the rest of the world was impressed. There are a few people who just don't want to give him credit. But the way he mixed it up, he was throwing combinations the whole fight against somebody that he could possibly knock you down or knock you out. You know, there are some times I'm like, man, Shakur, it looks like he's getting hit too much, but he wanted to be a man of his word, and he was. So I'm interested to see what y'all thought of the fight. He's easily top 5 most skilled fighters in boxing. Definitely the best defensive fighter. What's up next for him? I know Tank has a lot of stuff going on outside of the ring. We don't know if the Lamont Roach fight is happening. I think he should fight Tank. I think that's the fight. I don't think Tank beats him. Telling y'all that early. I don't know. Maybe he should test the waters at 140, maybe, and move up. But he could dominate 135 for the rest of his career if he really wanted to. There's just nobody there who has that skill set with that mindset that can do something with him, in my opinion. If you catch him on an off night, it's like a shot in the dark, but who's going to catch him on an off night? It's probably not going to happen. So shout out to Shakur. And Zepeda, as I always say, accounted for himself well. He fought his fight, did what he was supposed to do. It's just not enough when you're standing across from somebody who you can't really hit like that all the time. And that's going to go for anybody who stands across the ring from Shakur. So great fight, great fight. I'm definitely going to watch it again. And I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Peace.